So, I have to say, this book really rivals The Fires of Heaven for me for the top spot so far. Because The Fires of Heaven has been my favorite Wheel of Time book since when I first read it a couple years ago. And yeah, I've been slow getting through the second 5-book segment of the series, but now at last I'm going to try and push to finish it, see if I can finish it by the end of December. And that'll be great. So, this one was outstanding from the start. From the moment Galad slays Eamon Valda, and then we get into the conflict with Deshaunchen and Terabon, and then Semirhage slaughters the Imperial family in court, and so Deshaunchen Empire is in chaos on its mainland. It's good stuff, and every character got some good time in here and had some achievements. Elaine finally gaining the throne. Yes, this is a full spoiler review. Elaine gained the throne at last, and even got some Black Aja sisters from Liandrin's group taken while doing it. And Vandene avenged her sister, even though she died. And Rand and Logain, they finally had another Shadow Spawn battle. Since book 5, there's been very little of these good old conventional take on the Trollocs and Myrddraal. So they were finally having that, but nope, Rand and Logain just blew them away. And the only casualties were some unfortunate Saldeans who got cornered in one of the outlying structures, and of course the villagers that they ate. But yeah, they're going to have an easy time taking on the Shadow Spawn at this rate. And then, of course, unfortunately, we all knew that Rand was not going to meet with Tuon, but of course, Semirhage decided to have a try at him, and she did take his left hand, even though now she got captured. And I would have just straight up killed that woman, because she is a serious threat. But hey, they captured her. And other strategic threats were neutralized too, with Perrin causing the destruction of the Shaido at Malden, and Mat and Tuon got married at the end, and Loial and Irith got married, so we got 2 weddings. And then with Mat taking on Deshaunchen with the Band of the Red Hand, and Aludra, who has rediscovered how to make cannons, basically. And they have that steam wagon, which is a prototype for cars. So we've got the recent events in our own world history now taking shape there. So that's good stuff. And right now, the Forsaken, even though they didn't kill any, even though they captured Semirhage in this book, it's always been in the odd-numbered books where Forsaken have fallen so far. In the first book, Balthamel and Agenor. Third book, Belal and Ishamael. In the 5th book, Lanfear, Ravin, and Asmodean. And in book 7, Samael. And we had our first respawn die in book 9 with Osangar. Although I was hoping that Rand could balefire a few more of them. The only one he's killed himself would be really Ishamael and Ravin. Frankly, the others all died by someone else's hand or their own foolish mistakes. But we've got a lot of strategic threats neutralized, lots of high moments. And Egwene, although her status as the Amirlan seat has not yet been gained, she has started working to undermine Elida's group, and she has shown her toughness, frankly. And so we're in a good place. Land's gathering people as he heads towards Tarwin's Gap, thanks to Nynaeve. And Varen has left Rand with a note, because she has some of her own stuff to do. And we're setting up for Matt, Tom, and Noal to rescue Moiraine. So this is a good book, and I'm sorry that Robert Jordan did not live to see the end of his own work, but I hope that as we read the last 3 books, it turns out he would have approved. Obviously, since I made this channel earlier in the year, and I read a lot of Wheel of Time books, and either before then or in circumstances not finding moments to make these videos a review. We're just going to try different stuff here, so we're trying a Wheel of Time book review as I finish the series. Yeah, this one, The Fires of Heaven, as I said, was my top one after I read it, and this one is really kind of, it's between this and book 5 as to which one is the top spot. We had some of my hilarious fellow Valan Luke, especially the part where the Seanchan person offered to have him become a Lancer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll be the day. No, it was good stuff. There were some people who had more memorable moments than others, like Galad killing Iman Vala, just like in book 10, Elida kind of had her moment when she smacked all Yaren around, basically. But we've had some great highs reached in this book. And we've chased out Halima, aka Arangar, aka Balthamel Respawn, from her hiding spot among the rebels. And now we just need to deal with Messana and Grendel, and where even is Demandred at this point? Nobody knows where he is. And obviously Moradin has Sindain, aka Lanfear Incarnated, and Moghedien under his belt. So we still have some strategic threats to deal with. And of course Mazrim Taim is now going to be strutting about with his now revealed ties to the Dark One and others. We're going to have to deal with him, with characters I like, such as Logain, playing a part. And I imagine that this book was very eventful, and I imagine the next 3 will be so as well, though I hope that 12 and 13 don't prove to be slogs compared to the conclusion. So, yeah, this was an excellent read. I very much enjoyed it. I'm going to have to seriously think over time whether it should edge out The Fires of Heaven or not, because those were outstanding. And yeah, we'll talk more about this some other time.